Hi, welcome. In this video, I'm over here once again with Koji, and I'm going to be again interacting with Koji. You're going to see me using just like the basic leash method, but again tying this in so that getting Koji to respond as a follower. So even here as I'm talking, you know, I'm tapping a little bit. You see his tail's wagging. Okay, this is all about, you know, endorphins kicking off a little bit with him, which shows me that he has a high level of social need, which really still circles back to us, just like some kids need a stronger parent. Well, Koji's that dog that definitely needs strong leadership. Okay, this is very important. Now, even now being in a reversal situation, which again, things are reversing quite well in terms of food and other issues with Koji. But here, it's all about, again, how you're communicating through the leash, how this lines up. You'll see, I'm going to walk with him here in just a moment and just show him the basic leash method. But see, I have the choke chain up high on his neck, so I have really good control of him. My hand is really down very close to the hook end, just actually on the actual chain itself. Okay, so this gives me really good control. Otherwise, if I have too much leash length, it gives him the ability to be able to move out further. So right now, I want it nice and close, nice and tight, nice and defined, and drawing his focus to me the right way. So there's moments here that I'll be tapping and nudging just a little bit. You'll see my hand moving ever so slightly at times. It's about the messaging. Okay, so I'm going to move with him. I am going to be using commands, you know, to get him to respond. So commands are starting to line up a little bit the right way. But again, you know, working to make sure that he's perceiving me the right way. So I'll start to move with Koji. As I move here, just going to tap a little bit. As I move, now I'm going to default, again, him default into a sit. But as I nudge a little bit, so I'm kind of giving him information that I want him to sit by just how I'm tapping the leash a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to get him to respond here down. Bring him into a down. When he's down there, notice I don't want him sniffing the floor, so I nudge a little bit right away. I didn't put any influence on him in this type of interaction right now. Okay, this is going to be merely just what's needed. But again, knowing that he's already changing, so I'm not going to try to push on him right at this moment. Okay, but again, see his tail's not wagging. He's very relaxed. I want him to relax, which he is for a moment. And again, when I bring him up, I'm going to put a little bit of influence through the collar, sit, and bring him right into me really tight. So I'm just going to work him at a kind of a little higher level here for a couple minutes, kind of see what I'm doing. Moving here with him. Now as I move, same thing, I'm nudging, right? Put him in, so that little nudge brings him into the sit position. I'm not going to do, you know, I'm going to just maintain kind of him being up more. But see, even as I'm walking, I'm just nudging here a little bit. So it's like right here, very defined. It's like an imaginary box, but I want him right up. See that? Right up. See, I just even moved him up just a little bit, and because that matters. Okay, that little bit of, you know, of expectation, to be kind of fussy about a little bit. Say, you know, I want you right in the box. Okay, that's important. I want him right here. It's like the shadow coming right over him. So right here. Same thing. Moving with him here. Sometimes he'll take one step, take more than one step. See, same thing. A little nudge here. Keeping him up this time, so I'm kind of varying. I don't want him to, I call it like card counting me, right? Saying, well, Dale takes 2 steps and does it down every time, right? No, I want to kind of mix it up a little bit. So anticipating. So I want him to be focused on what my next move is, Cap, but not erratic either. So understand that, you know, when you're kind of mixing it up or, you know, you're varying, it's not the type of thing you're doing to create, you know, more conflict. So you have to be kind of aware of that when I talk about kind of mixing it up. You know, it's not meant to be erratic either, okay? He should be able to kind of anticipate the language I'm speaking. Even if I'm changing the language around a little bit, you know, he still understands that he's going to be agreeable to it, okay? So it's still going to create a level of change. But you don't want to be so rigid and so predictable in your movements every time, okay, that dogs can actually hold a level of control through that if you're too predictable. So you have to kind of know how to vary, especially during, it matters more so during this reversal process, okay, than when he's actually at a certain level. Down. Same thing, brought him into a down, want him to relax for, so again, when the dog's in a position like this, And he is very prone, nice and prone, relaxing really well. Even here, I'm just tapping, damping. There's a little piece of something on the floor here, and it looks like food. Oh, it's not food. It's just like a piece of, you know, of sand or whatever. He thinks it might be food, but obviously I'll tap a little bit to say, hey, if there's food right there, you think it's food, I own it. Okay? Sit. But notice he's very focused, right? Ears up, looking. You got that police dog look, okay? Because understand, that's his caliber. He's like very, very high level, and which is good, you know, if you want him to be the Frisbee champion. But in terms of strong leadership, absolutely needed. It needs to line up a certain way or so. I'll say Coach's doing really well. This gives you kind of a look into the leash method, how it lines up, very exact, very intentional right here. You know, communicating with him at times to make sure that, you know, I'm picking my moment, so to speak. Even here, just like say, hey, I'm in control. I decide the next movement, if we're gonna move, when we're gonna move. That's all part and parcel of it. So he's doing really, really good. Thanks for watching.